Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Horoscope Storytime. I'm having a ball doing this, so I hope you're enjoying it too. Just something a little bit different. So these are horoscopes that also are uploaded to my website each week. So if you do want to refer back to them and actually read them, you're more than welcome to. So the horoscopes are a bit of I guess, my cryptic slash not so cryptic take on the astrology of the week from a collective standpoint. And then, of course, there's the individual signs as well. Before I get into the horoscope story time this week, I just want to make a quick announcement that I'm currently having a flash sale on the back catalogue of webinars and trainings that are on my website. So if you use the code LEARN25, you'll get a 25% discount on webinars. Some of my popular ones are 12th house, the 8th house, meaning and purpose of your ascendant, fixed stars, lunar phases, and how to write horoscopes as well. There's quite a selection there. So if you want to snag yourself a little bit of a discount there, 25% off, go for it. They're all on sale until Mercury moves into Taurus on the 15th. So enjoy and happy learning. Alrighty, so let's get into it. These are the horoscopes for May 13 to 19. So depending on the time that you're watching, do grab yourself a cup of tea, a shot of whiskey, whatever floats your boat. Alrighty. Sometimes a situation can be so unbelievable, so stark, so out of your comfort zone that it doesn't even fully register on your radar that it happened. Even when the blatantly obvious is right under your nose, you still don't see it. Even when those who know, those who speak from experience, the blind still refuse to see. Some perspectives, some ideas, beliefs, and points of view are so far from your own known reality, your own experience, that your mind can't even begin to fathom it. So few people are willing to acknowledge the darker side of humanity, including the darkness within. So ignorant too they are that they prefer denial, excuses, or whataboutisms. They paint themselves in virtue, position themselves in false light, preferring herd mentality, professing words they don't understand. It's not easy to go against the grain of what you've been taught and told, to go against what everyone else is saying or doing. The hard thing and the right thing are usually the same thing. This week, the chance to stand alone and to stand in truth will be a little bit easier. Go against the flow, be the lion among the sheep. Aries, everyone has their own idea about wealth creation. Some people are scrimpers, some people are savers, while others make risky investments, preferring a safe bet. At the end of the day, it is not what matters how you get to a place of comfort, but the fact that you get there. The tricky part is the decision-making process. Whatever you choose to do, make sure you do what it is you want and what it is you want only. Taurus, do you want to be liked or do you want to be happy? The price of conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. This week, you have a rare opportunity to stand alone, to stand in truth, to do what is right for you or for what matters most. It is you that has to walk in your own skin. Shut out the noise, put your hand on your heart, ask whomever it is that you pray to for the most divine guidance. Gemini, the best decisions don't always derive from logic and reason. More often than not, it's the inkling inside you, your intuition that speaks the loudest. This week, you may get the opportunity to make a choice that you can think about, or the one that that you don't have to think about, or the one that you simply feel guided by for no other reason than you know it's right. Sometimes the best choices are made when you can't even explain why you made them. Cancer. It's not an easy realization to make when the authenticity of your friendships come into question. You value loyalty and longevity when it comes to those inside your circle. Sometimes, though, ages and stages and situations in life reveal features you had never seen before. On the one hand, you don't have to throw out the baby with the bathwater. On the other, a little distance might be wise, at least for a while until you figure out your feelings. Leo, you were born to be a leader and not a sheep. So, with that in mind, if you've been making choices based on popularity rather than policy, either at work or regarding your reputation, then you do need to think twice. People tend to gravitate naturally to those who know who they are. Are those who bask themselves in your light fawning you, or do they respect you? A few strong choices will separate friend from foe. Virgo, it's totally okay. In fact, it's to be expected that you might change your mind about something you said you once wanted. Maybe it's maybe it's something to do with a new study pathway, a destination you wanted to travel to. Maybe it's a spiritual or religious awakening that's prompting significant changes. Whatever is going on for you now, don't judge it. If you weren't changing, you wouldn't be growing or evolving. That is something you are meant to do. Libra, a new move with your money is required this week, especially that of which is tied up with someone else. Whether you've joined forces in marriage with your soulmate or the marriage you're in has reached the end of the road, some decisions need to be made. This isn't the time to go with the flow and to go along to get along. Stand up for yourself, what's right for you and what you feel comfortable with, even if that's short-term discomfort. Scorpio, once again, relationships are on your radar. If you're tired of the drama and just want a simple life, then it's up to you to either pull the pin or do something different. You may upset the apple cart initially, but ultimately, this is about finding fields from which you can both graze upon. You don't have to do things the way everyone else does when it comes to love. Do what's right for the two of you. Sagittarius, everyone reaches their tipping point eventually. This week, you might have to put your foot down about something. You have to be the adult in the room and say, enough is enough. Sure, you can do more. Add a little something extra to your to do list. Then what? Have a tantrum when you're exhausted and frustrated? You do have the option to either delete or delegate what you don't want to do. You'll feel better for it. Capricorn, it's okay to give yourself permission to try something new. After all, variety is the spice of life. How will you know what it is even like unless you give it a go? As you explore new options and possibilities, you open yourself up to new avenues of happiness and joy. Who doesn't want that? While you may be a traditionalist at heart, everything you do that is a tradition to you now was once a radical new idea. Aquarius, you've had your fair share of upsets and change on the home front. Much of this has certainly upset the foundation and comfort of which you've grown accustomed. But as we all know, comfort is rarely akin to progress. Seeing as you're in such a massive phase of personal change and transformation, your family life was destined to be an extension of that. It's time for you to make some authentic choices based on these new realizations. Pisces, it can be a good thing to break up some ingrained habits and patterns that you do on a day-to-day basis. While having a routine is a good thing for most people, sometimes breaking out of it or changing things up can give you a new lease on life. If you've been floating along and feeling like you're not gaining much traction, implementing a routine might be just what you need. In either case, make your daily rituals exciting. Well, that's the update for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, in addition to the webinar sale that I'm having, if you would love to join me in the Contemporary Astrology program and start your studies in astrology, enrollments are open. We begin June 6th. So this is the year one of two, the first of a 2-year program, approximately 2 years, where we go from the very beginning of houses, history, philosophy, signs, planets, and we go all the way into the more philosophical approach to astrology. I share a lot of my own takes in astrology business and astrology teaching, astrology with clients. So we kind of take my own Jupiter and Gemini on my ascendant. We sort of go broadly, then narrow in, and then we narrow in and we go out broadly in the program. It's not exclusively Hellenistic or traditional. There's also a lot of Renaissance, medieval, modern psychological components in there too. So you will get the value of my 20 years of doing this and exploring many different branches, schools of thought with astrology from different eras in time as well. So if you do want to explore more about what's on offer with that, I'll pop a link in the description below. I really do hope you have a great week with a lot of Uranus energy, hence the flavor of the horoscopes this week. So have a great week, and I'll see you all real soon.